Hey, it's been a bit, almost 2 weeks now, since the last time I recorded. Uh, I'm not sure when I will uh have my own developed uh schedule for this, but I think I'll just decide to do it when I feel like. I mean, not everything has to be set in stone. Maybe it's just like I could just do it when there's something interesting, but that's not the point. I'm just here to record my thoughts, the things, and the feelings, and all those great emotions and experiences. Sometimes. Sometimes great. Sometimes not so great. But today was pretty great. I feel like it was pretty good. It did start off with a bad uh bad day energy. I woke up late. I was gonna wake up earlier in the day, but I slept through the alarm and woke up at uh almost 12. I was going to try and do some things like go out. I was going to go over to my grandparents' place, but I had to stop by a gas station and get some solar eclipse glasses because that was going to happen today. I did that, though it was difficult to find them. I remember at my work they had glasses still, so that's cool. I was able to get those, go over to their apartment and surprise them. It was good to see them. I haven't seen them in person for a while, mostly because uh, I just didn't really have a license until recently. I Yeah, it was a good experience. It was it reminded me how fragile things can be because my grandparents are getting old, and when she opened the door, she had a cane, which surprised me because she was pretty active. I guess she was having problems with her walking a little bit, so she needed one. And my grandpa, he had an infection in his toe that he didn't uh, want to go to the hospital, so that led to his toe, at least part of it, being cut off. And so he is using a walker for now to move. And I have a headache because I think I saw the eclipse for a split second with one of my eyes, and it kind of hurts. I'm not gonna lie, it kind of hurts. I'm not sure if it's like placebo effect or if it's actual real, and I'm gonna lose a little bit of my vision. I saw it for a split second, not even that long. It's bad. Well, I would imagine both my eyes would feel bad, so maybe it's just I need more water type thing. Which, hold on, I got a little bit right here with me. mm, that's great. Hold on. Okay, now it's all good. So, other than that, it's been 2 weeks. I since I posted my last, well, since I recorded the last video, I posted it about the day after, and been 2 weeks, 0 views. Maybe a little bit sad. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna pretend that I wasn't hoping to at least get one view, cause I don't know. If somebody sees it and it's nice, it's cool. And I also lied. It was about a week ago, not 2 weeks, when I uploaded. April 1st, which is kind of funny. When did I make this account? I believe it was made April 1st, which is a pretty funny date to make a YouTube channel. Ow, ow, ow. These bright lights are hurting my eyes. Yeah, that's all. Yep, joined April 1st. Well, that's cool. I didn't realize that at the time. Can we change the theme to dark? Oh my gosh, my eyes are 10 times better. Dark theme on YouTube is fantastic. I I don't know why, but I never really realized that you could do that until now. So I guess you learn stuff every day, especially today, because today was pretty enlightening. I got to learn a couple of uh local historic figures in the sense of pop culture. Like this one guy who would act crazy on public access, and then another guy that did the same, but he was like a clown. I thought that was pretty cool. I was gonna look him up Thursday with my friends, surprise them with the niche world of crazy guys, uh, doing crazy things, being edgy, but like old edition. Because I'm more used to the newer stuff, like when you think of creepy old people, you think of like Chris Chan or more internet people, but this is like more before that age almost. Though I know one of them still has like they have a YouTube and a Facebook, which is kind of weird in my opinion because the guy's like 10 years older than my dad, but I think he still does stuff, which I commend. It shows your passion for art can do cool things, and I wouldn't say that it's dumb. I would say it's invigorating because somebody does such a performance like that for so long. It's hopeful for younger people. It shows them not to give up on dreams and all sorts of things, not even artistic wise, because it's inspiring to see somebody so devout to what they want to do. Not a lot of people are like that. For instance, people whose focus young in high school, even to become, a doctor or IT specialist or stuff uh, in that same sense that, or the future, so they know that they'll end up with a lot of money eventually, even if they don't want to do that. And that that kind of sucks that you can't make a living off of your dreams all the time. And I honestly I don't know what my dream is. I really wish I did because that would make everything a lot easier. At least at the point in my life that I'm at, I have a lot more leniency to chase my dreams compared to other people since I'm young still. I mean, I this is an extension of dreams in the aspect of you make things and put it out into the void and figure out how what you want to do. I enjoy creating stuff, but I'm not always focused on the goal, the end goal, or the middle, or even the now. Sometimes I I believe I mentioned last video I uploaded. My my friend and I made a YouTube channel uh, where we It was based around this idea that I had for a YouTube channel. I told him about that, and it made him very excited because he thought the idea was unique in the sense of it would be fun to do. And we added our own things to it with skits and props and own little storyline in between of the actual idea that you want to do. And it was so fucking fun. I cannot explain how fulfilling it was to do that. And that was only one time. We didn't even get to a second video. We didn't even upload the first video. But it was so fun doing that it made me really want to do it again. But I don't have the materials and resources to do it. Uh, like a good camera, good sound equipment, stuff like stuff in that vein. I don't want to say like too much. It makes you sound stupid almost. Well, not almost. Definitely sounds stupid if you say like too much. It it is hard to get out of your vocabulary because you use it all the time. You always reference different things to each other. For instance, this reminds me of this or that, or other words are used so much, but for some reason we always come back to the word like. Like it's like this one thing that I really like. I like it, and it's like this other thing I like. Whoa, this is just like Dark Souls, but for puzzle games. Yeah, that makes total sense. The Dark Souls of puzzle games. Whoa, that's dumb. It sounds dumb. If you people see it dumb as well, but since they do it all the time, it they're blind. They make exceptions of it since they know themselves. They know that they also do that because you see it in just normal conversations all the time. It makes you feel unoriginal. How many times can you say like in a day? I'm sure it will be pretty high up there in your normal vocabulary since most things can be connected in a way to another, and we like to use that word a lot. And yeah, yeah, eh, stuff that we use to make a filler of what you want to say to give you time to articulate what you feel, think, or say. It's weird. I feel like I'm not the only person that says stuff. Even now, I'm trying to think of how not to say like because it's used so much in my vocabulary. It's kind of fun to think about because you gotta think of other words you don't really use. I mean, I use big words sometimes, but not not in the sense of normal conversations. Most conversations are dumbed down with small, short words so that they're faster most of the time. Like, dude, have you ever seen that video game that's like Dark Souls, but it's not? No, what is it? I like Dark Souls so much too. Simple, short sentences. It's the clear cut shortcut in conversation. I'm sure a book can, if a book used the same language that we use when we actually talk to people, it would be a lot thinner than it actually uh, could be. I guess a good combination for books is like finding it in between, since most of the time the third person, second person, first person point of view in those books has different filler of, description. This person has black hair and blue eyes. Whoa, that's crazy. Tell me more. What kind of cool shirt is he wearing? What's his name? What's his backstory? Whoa, he's a vampire? Oh, dude, he's super sick. Twilight. Yay. I used to watch that all the time with my mom. Uh, since we didn't really have cable, she had a large selection of movies, and I would watch a bunch of movies all the time. And as a little kid, you always watch the same thing over and over again. For me, it was Fantastic Mr. Fox. It's a stop motion animation you most likely heard of, at least. It has George Clooney and the other people. I don't know their names. And it's made by Wes Anderson. That's all I know. I know he made one other stop motion movie that I really like. It's called Isle of Dogs. That's a really good movie. I really enjoy the style that he introduces to stop motion. It makes it very interesting. I'll just take a second, a little break in between. Just think about what I say, or sounds I make. Bloop bloop blop. There you go. You can use whatever you want from my sound clips. I give full permission for that because I know that I'll probably never be super popular. This is another way to live on in the internet scape. When I think about the internet, I feel that we will get to the point where you have to use URL just to find what you're looking for, because it will be so saturated with different websites that it'll become increasingly harder to find what you're actually looking for. Even for YouTube, you usually see the same videos when you look up the certain keyword, unless it is a breakout video that has a lot of views, or you use a filter to go to new, so you can switch that up a little bit, see smaller creators. It's cool. I mean, I haven't done it myself. I will be honest. I usually just use the curated recommendation of YouTubers based off of what I've watched in the past. I enjoy what I'm recommended because it does fit pretty well with what I like. Uh, since I've had the YouTube channel that I've had for almost 11 years now, I've had it since 2013. It's a good YouTube channel. I made a couple videos on it. I know my friend edited it a little bit for me, but I'm not too good at editing myself. So it took me like half a year to upload a video because I couldn't I like procrastinated with the editing since it's not my strong suit, which is just excuses for me not to make more stuff in the future with my own editing talent, which I don't have. I feel like. Oh, I just said the word like. Uh, I know most things aren't based off of talent, or it's usually practice, practice, practice makes perfect. And I know that, but I usually don't have the patience to practice. And that's a flaw that I have. Unless it's inherently interesting. Video games is an exception of practice since the act of playing games is an enjoyment because it's entertainment. It's not much of a strenuous act as for other things. I love saying things. That's another filler word too. Art, I haven't really practiced too much. I have one notebook of like 10, 20 pages of drawings and doodles and practice art. Even though I enjoy art so much, I've done a couple of paintings from school, which I enjoyed painting class immensely, but the sad part was that I only had that class the last uh, part of my semester for senior year. So I never got to explore the avenue of painting, even though it was so fun. I did make a couple paintings on my own without classes, and while they are pretty bad, there is one I still like to look at from time to time. It's very simple and kid like, but you can see what I'm trying to go for in a way. I say that, but when I showed people, they had to guess what I painted. So maybe it's not so clear cut. And that's okay. Art is not always the best to be understood. Sometimes the mystery factor helps the art itself. I enjoy following artists on Instagram because in my feed I see their art and it makes me happy and I save it and then I put it in a folder that just grows over and over because I see a lot of good art. There's a lot of cool, unique stuff out there. It's fun to look at. I could probably look at art for hours. Uh, I've been to an art museum in Chicago. That was very fun. We had a school field trip where we went to Chicago to go to a art museum. We went to an aquarium. There was a Ferris wheel that we could take. I didn't go on because I'm scared of heights. And funny enough, the people that did go on, it was late at night, but their Ferris wheel uh, broke, and they were stuck at the top for like for an extra hour or two, which was funny. And we saw the Blue Man Group. Those guys were pretty cool. Even though you're not supposed to take film or pictures, I was kind enough not to do that. I only took a picture when we got outside. I took one with one of the blue men. I haven't talked about it too much because in the past I've talked about feelings and past events, but I really like video games, which isn't a very unique thing to say since it's such a big industry. When I say I like video games, I I mean it with all my heart. They are one of my old-time favorite things, up there next to art, cuz they are art For most of the time, they are art. They are art. Yes. No matter how dumb it is, stuff can be art. That's why you have stuff like Piss Christ, where it's a statue of crucified Christ in a vat of piss. And while I think it's kind of disgusting, I still recognize it as art since I know deep down it has a message somewhere. Even though sometimes messages that abstract elude me. I have some favorite games I can talk about. I'll do that. Spend some time talking about it. On PC, I spend most of my time playing strategic games since I find it fulfilling when you set out a plan and it works. I feel most people can say that, but I do have a couple of friends who don't like strategy games because, they're supposed to relax and have fun. So why would they need to think so much about a single action? Which I can understand. Not every game has to be such a time consuming effort. And that's why I like all sorts of genres of games. It's very fun to play all sorts of things. Even hard games. On computer, there's a game that I haven't beat or even gotten through the beginning areas, and it's called Fear and Hunger. Well, specifically the second game, because uh, I haven't looked up anything about the game, and what I've been trying to do since I bought it is play it without any help. And if you know Fear and Hunger, it blew up a bit a while ago. It is a series of video games where you are punished for a lot of things. And if you have played Dark Souls, do you like these comparisons? Dark Souls and this video game that I just talked about? I know you'll love it. Dark Souls is inherently difficult since you have to master the timings of, well, when am I gonna dodge? Am I gonna parry? Am I gonna block with a shield and wait it out? Study his attacking forms. It's difficult to get into, but if you do, it opens up a new way to play games. I had a hard time getting into it. I know 2018 is when I bought the game. I think the game came out 2015. Oh, a while ago. I don't think I finished the game until like, oh wait, no. I think I got it 2017 or 2016, but I didn't beat the game until 2018 or 2019, which is quite a while away. I got stopped at one point and I just asked somebody to help me and they did, which was pretty funny. For the most part, if you say, "Oh, I played Dark Souls co-op and I had such a great time," you have elitist people being like, "Oh, it's not the real way to play Dark Souls," and well, most of the time, those people are unjustified. I won't say that they're entirely wrong. To feel the experience of Dark Souls fully is to play the game initially by yourself so you can explore and overcome obstacles with your own mind or actions. When I beat Dark Souls 3, I was overwhelmed with how much fun I had. I didn't look up any walkthroughs or any obtruse god builds. I just went about it my own way. I was a pyromancer because I thought it was cool to wield flames, but I kind of gave up halfway and just focused on using my axe. And then that kind of transitioned me into using like strength builds. And I always really enjoy those because it's so rewarding to have a big heavy sword or axe or cleaver and just destroy everything in your path. I've played most from software games. I played Armor Core 5. That's a fun one. I haven't actually beaten it or gone too much through it, but I only got it recently, so I have plenty of time. Dark Souls in the like Bloodborne, like Dark Soulsborne series. I haven't played Bloodborne. That's the only one I haven't played. Only because of the platform differences. If it was on PC, I would probably buy it and then try and play it, but currently my computer is too shit, so I probably wouldn't even work out well. My favorite Dark Souls game is Dark Souls 3. I have 14 days and a couple hours on that game. I played it only on Xbox. I bought it on PC, but I never actually played it on PC. I should do that at some point with mods. That'd be cool. I uh I really like Sekiro. That was the one that really got me. I think that's my second favorite one. Or it could be tied for first even. Elden Ring is okay. I would give it third spot or second spot if you consider the two games that I mentioned before tied. Yeah, Elden Ring's pretty cool. I remember when it came out, I got it and kind of did my thing and blasted through a lot of it. I did get stuck on one boss that it took me a while to finally beat, but I beat them, I think, a month ago, a month and a half ago. And the game came out 2022, I believe. So near the end of uh, high school for me. February. The DLC is coming out soon. It'll be coming out a couple days after my birthday, so that'll be a nice present for me. Anyways, we got off a track. Uh, Fear and Hunger is difficult in many ways, different from Dark Souls, since it's top down and it's a turn based uh, game, turn based combat with elements of chance and luck thrown into the mix. And while luck is not always, you know, a favored like RNG element, I would say that's a better description. Since every item that you can loot in the game, for the most part, is completely random. So runs can be very different from each other if you know how to use the items. For me, I'm not really too well versed in how to use items in the second game. I played the first game a little bit, and I did complete like an ending of the game, but it was kind of shallow. But I did get through a pretty good chunk of the first game, I think. Actually, no, that's a lie. I know a lot about the first game because I've seen videos about the first game, blah, blah, blah. And I know the second game is supposed to be way, 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 way harder. So, the first game, I'm going to try and beat while being assisted. I still haven't beaten it, sadly. I want to, though. It would be really fun. I have 14 hours on the original Fear and Hunger, and I have 100 hours on Fear and Hunger 2. 24 hours of the 100 hours are, let's just give it a little bit more extra uh, estimate. I would say like 20 hours, not 24. 20 hours of the 100 hours are from just the title screen because I had a really good run, but I had to leave to go to my dad's. But I also didn't want to waste the run because it was doing so good. And so I just left the computer on. And then I guess my mom came downstairs and turned it off, the computer. That made me sad. That made me really sad because it was such a good run. But it's okay because I know I'll get sucked in again eventually and I'll play it again and again and again. I think I spent like 35 hours or no 50 hours in the like base location trying to figure out, you know, maps, like different locations and what they have in them. I was doing so good at one point, and then I was just moseying in the forest full of leaves, and then oh no, there's a hole. Oh, I just got stabbed through the head by a trap. That's great. That's perfect, actually. It was a good run as well. I had magic. I was destroying everybody, and then bloom blam blam, I'm dead. Yo, yeah, that's Fear and Hunger too. Boom, you're dead. Wait, how'd I die? Uh, I can't answer you. You're dead, basically. That's fun. That's fun. I'll have dinner in about an hour and a half, I think. I don't know. I don't know what dinner is today. It'll probably be something good. It's a little bit close to the end of the day. By close, I mean it's like 5 or almost 6 p.m. It's at that point where you start to settle down a little bit and you like, oh, I have work tomorrow. I gotta go to sleep at 9 o'clock. Uh-oh. That's not gonna be the case for me. I don't have work tomorrow. Thank God. Because I want to spend some time doing my own stuff. Like this. This is fun. I feel this is a whole new avenue of art. And that sounds dumb. I know. It does sound really dumb. And I won't say that it doesn't sound dumb, but I don't feel that way. Emotions and the mind, the emotions of the heart and the thoughts of the mind are very different. It's fun to air out my thoughts on things to the void, is what I like to call it. Because that's what it is. There's like a billion videos on YouTube. Not even a billion. There's 100 billion probably at this point. And I only record audio, so there's just a black screen. I don't have the effort to put in an actual thumbnail. Because what's the point? I'm just talking on audio. No cool little interactive like sound wave. Nah, you just got the audio. Just enjoy it while you can. Who knows, at some point I might just forget that I even have this and just never post again. Though I don't want that to happen. It's fun to do this. It's cool even. I got praised for doing what I'm doing, even though I only mentioned it offhand. And I don't try and fish for compliments because I feel those people who do don't have enough love for themselves. Compliments need to be genuine in order to actually have a good effect on yourself. I mean, if you draw a shitty picture and you show it to your mom as a little kid, of course they're gonna be like, "Oh my god, you did so good. You're gonna be an artist when you grow up, huh?" No, I'm not, because that was a horrible drawing and you know it. Uh, Encouragement is fine. It just feels like when I get encouragement for things that I think are objectively bad, I feel that the compliments mean nothing. Even with drawings I've shown in the past, I don't really like them. People have seen them, said that they look good, and that's cool. And I appreciate the kindness of them to say nice things to me. But maybe it's just the negative part of me that's thinking, why would they compliment something that looks bad? It's bad. You need to do better. And that's just the little worm I got in my brain telling me things. Good, not a lot of the time. Bad mostly. But it's good to have it's good to have a realistic mind, not all the time, since it can bite you in the butt, which it has to me many of times. And yeah, optimism is good too. I'm not just saying like nihilism is the end all be all. I'm just saying that sometimes it's good too. If you're not satisfied with something and you think it's bad, you want to improve inherently. Well, sometimes. Other time you just feel like, oh, I don't want to do it because now it's bad and I don't have any talent for it. Who cares? I'm not going anywhere anyways. And that's not a good thought. It's not a good thing to feel. I've have felt that on many things, artist wise, painting, even video making stuff. Like, oh, I said like, even this. I think that this concept of me just talking is kind of cringy. And even though I'm still doing it, I'm not sure for how long. If those voices are going to beat me at some point. Who cares if you're talking into the void? Nobody's going to hear you. Why are you even doing it? Well, the voice who says that, well, fuck you. I'll do what I want. I don't need your validation. Sometimes I do. This time, I don't think I really need validation from that. I say that, but I added tags to my last video. I kind of need a little bit of validation. I'm not gonna lie. It's good to get praise and I don't know eyes on the stuff that you make. It's a rewarding part of what you do, and this is cool. I hope to continue this for a while at least. Plus, we're getting to the point where I'm thinking about ending recording because it's getting a little bit long. But in the future, if I do end it, I won't end it at episode 3, if that's what you're wondering. If that were the case, what's the point of even having this channel? I gotta at least go for a year or two. And that's all I have to say for today. Whenever you listen to this, in the morning, the evening, or night, I hope you have a good day. I kind of stole that from the dumb. Oh, it's not dumb. It's a good movie. The Jim Carrey movie of where he's stuck in a dome. Got the name. When I thought about dome, I thought of biodome, but it's not that. It's The Truman Show. It's a good movie. Check it out. Jim Carrey's a good actor. Anyways, bye.